Hello, I am going to explain here the influence of planets for the lives of Libra ascendants during the month of February. So here I am going to focus mainly on four planets which are influencing in short run, because the Sun, Mars, Venus and Mercury, these are the planets about to transit during the month of February. Normally they are moving faster. They move across the house completely within a month or 1.5 months time. So that's why they are regarded as planets which move faster, means short-term influences. But the other four planets normally which takes longer time to transit, usually takes more than a year. So those four planets like Rahu, Saturn, Jupiter and Ketu, they are not changing their places during this month. They will be staying at the same houses during the month of February, where they stayed during the month of January. So this explanation is based on Vedic astrology. So here I am going to explain the influence of the short-term planet first. So Sun, Mars, Venus and Mercury, they are in the 4th house of Libra ascendants when the February begins. So 4th house resembles your properties, your place of stay, your residence, the comfort you enjoy in your residence. Those are the main things. Apart from that, your partly emotions or feelings, and also your mother also resembled by the 4th house. So when these four planets are there, there's a balance. Normally when it comes to your properties or your residence, Mercury influence, mainly positive influences here, because Mercury is the lord of the 9th house. 9th house is the 9th house resembles luck and fortune. So as the lord of 9th house, now it is there in your 4th house, so it is good for the matters governed by the 4th house. Venus also there. Venus influence mixed influences, because as the lord of the ascendant, the Libra ascendant, Venus is the lord of that Libra sign, so lord of the ascendant. So as the lord of ascendant, when it is in the 4th house, it's auspicious for the matters governed by the 4th house. But Venus is also the lord of the 8th house. 8th house is the worst house of any birth chart, which resembles setbacks in life, falls of life, losses, and also life-threatening situations, death, and so on. Mostly many negative things. So as the lord of the 8th house, Venus exerts some of the negative influences also. So its influence is mixed. The influence of the Venus is mixed when it is in the 4th house. The Mars also supports to acquire the properties or land, but it leads to disputes at the same time. Sun, it plays a negative role here, because Sun becomes powerful in the 10th house, as it is the top of the sky. That means the bottom side of the earth is regarded as the 4th house. So Sun becomes weak in the 4th house, and the sign associated with the 4th house is Capricorn. That sign also an enemy sign for the Sun. So Sun becomes weak here, means negative influences. So when it comes to the overall situation for the matters governed by the 4th house, you can see like kind of good and bad mix is there. At the time they are about to move to the 5th house, Rahu is already there in your 5th house. That is there in the long run. It came there on the 18th May 2025, and it is going to stay there up to 5th December 2026. So normally Rahu is regarded as the planet which influences in long run. But the influence is not positive, that's the problem. Because 5th house is resembling your love affairs, your education and your children. Normally Rahu disturbs your education, and also it helps you to start love affairs, but it doesn't let you to continue that way. And also it's not auspicious for your children also. So normally it influences negatively for all the matters governed by the 5th house. Now the Mercury arrives on 3rd February, and it will be staying there in your 5th house up to 11th April. Up to 11th April. So Mercury's impact on 5th house is positive. Especially for the education, it is highly positive. Even for the other matters governed by the 5th house also, Mercury's influence is positive. So that's good. Then the Venus on 6th of February, the Venus also arrives, and it will be there up to 2nd March in the 5th house. But the impact of Venus is mixed, as I mentioned you earlier. It is the lord of the 1st house or lord of the ascendant, as well as the lord of the 8th house or the worst house. So its influence is mixed, both negative and positive. And then the Sun arrives on 13th February, and it will be there up to 15th February. Not the 15th February, 15th March. So what will be the role of the Sun in the 5th house? That is negative. The place also not an auspicious place for the Sun. It's not a good place for the Sun, and also the sign associated with the 5th house also belongs to Saturn, so it's an enemy sign for the Jupiter. It's an enemy sign for the Sun. So Sun acts negatively for the matters governed by the 5th house, for your children, for your education, and even for your love affairs. Finally, the Mars arrives. Mars arrives on 23rd, but you have to remember one more thing. Now when those planets, when the Mercury and Venus, once they departed, then the Sun and the Mars will be there as the remaining planets. So that will create more troubles for your properties or the place of residence during their stay. Mars helps you to acquire properties, but that also creates troubles when you managing them. On 13th February, the Sun transits to the 5th house, and then it will be there up to 15th March. Then finally on 23rd February, Mars arrives to the 5th house, and it will be there up to the 2nd April 2026. So when you consider the overall impact when those planets conjunct in the 5th house, it's a 5 planetary conjunction. No? So normally when it comes to your education, Mercury supports, then the Venus mixed, and the Sun, Mars and the Rahu, it will act negatively. That means more negative, less positive. When it comes to your love affairs, the Mars, Sun might exert negative, more negative, and Venus Venus mixed and Mercury also not that positive. It will help you to start them positively, but it will not help you to continue nicely. Rahu also disturbs, that means more negative. Even for your children, Sun, Mars and Rahu acts in negative manner. Then the Venus in a mixed manner, Mercury positive, that means more negative. That means when it comes to the overall impact, this 5 planet conjunction means more negative for the matters governed by the 5th house. Now what about the overall impact for the for the Libra ascendants when it comes to these planets which are moving slowly? That means those planets which influence in long run, like Saturn, Jupiter, Ketu and Rahu. I already explained about the role of Rahu. Now the role of the Saturn. Saturn is good to be placed in 6th house. 6th house is an auspicious place for a good place for the Saturn. 6th house mainly resembles your enemies and your health. So Saturn in the 6th house means it will help you to overcome your enemies successfully. That's the main strength there. And also it will give you the ability to control your subordinates. They will get controlled. Even if you have any servants at your house, also you will have the ability. You will have the ability to control them well. But when it comes to health, Saturn doesn't support that way. Because Saturn is regarded as a cold planet. 6th house resembles your stomach. So it is regarded that when the cold planets are there, it disturbs your digestion of food. That means less food appetite and also problems in your stomach and also health related matters, illnesses. So the Saturn is going to there in the 6th house. It will stay there up to the 3rd June 2027. But when the good or the positively influencing planets, when they aspect the 6th house, the things might change during those periods. So now let's get back to the other planets which influence in the long run. So when it comes to Jupiter, now the Jupiter is in your 9th house. It's in retrograde state, so that means not much help from there. But no disturbances also. because 9th house is regarded as the most auspicious place. The planet Jupiter there will supposed to increase your religious faith and welfare works and increase your generosity and so on. So no bad. But from the 11th of March, it will give you more or better influences up to 2nd June 2026, and then it will transit to your 10th house, which resembles your profession, and it will get exalted. So it will be there in your 10th house from 2nd June to 31st October, and that is highly auspicious and beneficial for the 10th house, means for your profession. You might get promotions, or you might have good experience. You might get good experiences in your profession. Even if you are maintaining your own business, then your business might grow during that period. Likewise, Ketu in the 11th house means you have to refrain from the problems which you might get from the society. Society means your friends or your relatives or your working colleagues, maybe your customers or outside society. So this is all about to say, and this is a common reading or a general reading for the Libra ascendants. But to get a more personalized or more accurate astrology reading, you have to refer your birth chart to an astrologer. Because your birth chart reveals the exact positioning of planets, their aspects with each other, and the states of those planets at the time of your birth. The exact position of those in the sky at the time of your birth. That means the entire story written in the sky about you, it is recorded in your birth chart. So to get a more accurate and more personalized birth chart reading, you have to refer your birth chart to an astrologer and get that. And also you can get the remedies for your for your negative facts. For those malefic influences, that also get done by going for an astrology reading. So your birth chart reveals your destiny. It's not a fixed destiny. You can change many of the negative points in your birth chart or your destiny. So astrology supports you in that course. So that's why astrology guides you. So it forecasts the good and bad things to come ahead in your life. So you can prepare well, plan well, and overcome your weaknesses, and also to eliminate the bad things to come ahead in your life, because you were informed about them earlier by astrology readings. And even you can get the best use of the positive times to come ahead and positive things to come to your life, as those things are also informed you by the astrology readings. That is how to so that is the way to overcome many of the negative influences which are shown in your birth chart and succeed in your life. Good luck.